Can we allow our mind to remember past incidents which is painful, which is unpleasant, and past incidents that we usually do not like to remember. Especially past incidents which cause guilty conflict, removes feeling. There might be some memories, past memories, and when we remember them, then we feel guilty. And we think we are wrong. We did something wrong. We did something bad. We did something negative and ugly to whomever. because of those so-called bad and wrong and negative and ugly and unethical actions or words. Others got hurt. Others mean maybe our family members, parents, partners, children, ex-partners, friends, neighbors, colleagues, whomever. Because of those actions and words, some damages happened in others' minds or hearts or lives. And now, whenever those memories come, whenever we remember those incidents, we feel guilty. And maybe further we want to punish ourselves, or we like to being punished. Dear friends, can we remember those incidents? And can we remember those people who got hurt because of us in the past? And can we invite to those people who got hurt because of us in the past? Can we ask them to come? And if they are sitting or standing just in front of us, can we look at their faces? Can we look at their eyes directly? By looking at them, can we say these simple words but heartful words? I feel sorry. Please forgive me. Intentionally or not, it happened. And now, please forgive me. They may want to forgive us. They may forgive us, may not, doesn't matter. Can we forgive ourselves for whatever mistake that we have made in the past, consciously or unconsciously? Can we say these simple but powerful words from our hearts? I forgive myself. Now, can we remember some past happenings which cause hatred, incidents that others disturb us verbally or physically. Because of others' verbal and physical behaviors that we hurt. And still we are holding that hatred feeling towards them. Because of them, we suffer or we suffered. They are responsible for our suffering. Maybe again, same hatred feeling occurs in our mind. Maybe less, maybe no. Can we also invite them to come to here? Can we say, we are meditating now. We are meditating on forgiveness. You are invited. Please accept our invitation and please appear. by looking at their faces and eyes. Can we say this? I forgive you. I really forgive you. I do not want to be a victim of hatred anymore. I want to make myself free from hatred. Please accept my forgiveness. I forgive you. May you be happy. They may ask, already our forgiveness may not. They may accept, may not. Doesn't matter. We want to let go of our hatred. Let us feel our hearts feel the heart and feel the freedom. Feel your eyes. See how relaxed your eyes are. You may open your eyes now. Dear friends, I hope this meditation helps or helped you to discover some hidden wisdom and hidden freedom. As a human being, we are searching for many things. And I think nobody knows how many things. The number, the limit. But one thing is very sure, we are looking for thousands of things. And some things we can buy from the market. We can order online. And some things we can borrow from others. And some things neither buy nor borrow. So number is not important, how many things that we are looking for. There are two main achievements. The first thing is we all are looking for the happiness. That's very well-known thing. We all know about this, that everybody is looking for the happiness. Nobody can say that, no, we are not looking for the happiness, we are looking for unhappiness, we want to cry, we want to suffer, we want to have pain. No. Everybody is searching for the happiness. And most of ordinary humans, or most of us, are only looking for the happiness. And once we are happy, that's all. That's it. We think that's it. We don't want anything else once we are happy. But that's not true. We also search for the freedom. Freedom. Consciously or unconsciously, we all are looking for the freedom more than the happiness. If we are not free, then we are not happy. All kinds of pleasurable things might be around us. All kinds of luxuries, full of luxury life. But if you are not free, then none of them can make us happy. So finally, the happiness itself is depending on the freedom. One can be happy, but not free. So therefore, that happiness is not lasting for a longer period of time. And we all experience this, how many times we gained the happiness, and that much times we lose it. We lost. In our life, maybe million of times we made ourselves happy, and equal to that number, we made ourselves unhappy. But once we are free, whenever we can get the freedom, then of course happiness is there. We don't have to look for the happiness in anywhere else if we are free. Therefore, my dear friends, the meditation is giving the priority to the freedom, not to the happiness. But it doesn't say the meditation is avoiding the happiness. The meditation is neglecting the happiness. No. What does meditation say is, if the happiness is there, that can be the beginning. That can be the beginning of this spiritual journey, not the end. The happiness is not the end. It can be the starting point for meditation, not for ordinary life, not day-to-day life. For day-to-day life, of course, the happiness is the destination. Once we are happy, we think everything is all right. Who thinks that something is wrong? I am very happy, something is wrong. I have to do something now because I am too happy. No, I think nobody thinks. If you are happy, then we are happy. We think that's all. Fine, nothing else to do. So if you are not happy, then of course, so many things to be done. But when we are free, then actually nothing else to do. Once you experience this, that you are totally free, you are not depending on anything. You are fully independent. Your mind is free, totally free. Then this thought does not arise in your mind. Oh, I have to do something. I miss something. I had to achieve something. No. You feel that you are full. So the happiness is unable to give us this feeling, fullness, completeness, but the freedom. So that's why meditation is giving more attention on the freedom than the happiness. So we are going this journey with the happiness, not to the happiness, by the happiness. Anyway, there are few feelings or emotions which are disturbing to our happiness as well as our freedom. And one of them is guilty conflict. The guilty conflict. It disturbs us very much. I think no one can be comfortable with the guilty conflict, with this idea, I have done something wrong. I have done something bad. something ugly, something negative, something unethical. And because of those so-called wrong or bad or ugly or negative or whatever behaviors, someone else get or got hurt. Someone is suffering or was suffering or someone suffered because of our misbehaviors. Maybe at that moment, we did not think that it is something ugly, something negative, something bad, and something misbehavior. We thought this is the right thing to do. In that moment, but later, after some time, our attitudes and ideas and feelings may change. And in that moment, we thought that we had rights. We have rights to hurt somebody. In that moment, our ego collected many information to justify what we have done. Oh no, you have rights to do. The ego can justify everything. The ego is like a makeup designer. Makeup designer. That the makeup designer can do whatever you want. He or she can make you ugly or beautiful. It doesn't matter what's your original nature. They can use so many artificial materials and they apply all of them, and after that they can make someone else from us, from you. So that is one of the actions of the ego. Ego is the best makeup designer. And we all are having inside of us that makeup designer. So it can make you happy, it can make you sad, it can give you a sad face, fearful face, lovely face, guilty, whatever. So the ego was justifying what we have done in the past. And the ego was forcing us to do this, say this, hurt that person. Don't think twice, hurt, say this word. And the ego was selecting the right word, the right tool, the right ping, and the right nerve to hurt others. And if it works, if the other person hurts, then the ego is happy. Ego happy. That's the happiness for the ego. And if the other person does not get hurt, then the ego is suffering. The ego is not happy. So this is the happiness what the ego knows. Anyhow, after a while, after some time, the same ego comes and talks to us and says, oh, You have done something yesterday or last week, and because of your words, that person suffered. Still that person is crying. Why you have said that? Why you have done that? Why you didn't talk to that person? So same ego, the same magician, is now using different ingredients to make a guilty person. Now the ego is not justifying what we have done. Now it is doing something else, a different role. But the ego is same, the same person. And we say, yes, oh yeah, I should not do this. And we are totally agreed with the ego. We are always totally agreed with the ego. Whatever the ego says, that is the absolute truth. So when the ego said, you had to hurt that person, Yoshi is wrong, they have done so many bad things to you or to your people or to whomever, therefore you have rights to hurt that person, say this. And the ego was composing words. Who composed those words? The ego. And what we had to do is we had to just throw out those words through our mouth. But those words are not coming from us. They are coming from the ego. And we play a role of like a sound system, like an amplifier. No amplifier wants to say anything. No sound system wants to say anything, chanting or singing or blaming or whatever. But we hear through them, not from them. We hear many chanting or music or whatever through a speaker, through the speaker, but not from the speaker. Through the radio, through the television, through the phone, but not from the phone, not from the television, and not from the radio. The real speaker is invisible. The true speaker is invisible. Therefore, sometimes the same speaker can speak softly, gently, lovely, can sing very romantic songs beautifully. And the same person can say very nasty words. Very tough words. Very ugly words. But both lovely and ugly words are going through our mouth, same mouth, but not from the same mouth. Dear friends, can we understand this mysterious mechanism? This mechanism is really mysterious. And we are always being victims. We are always being victims of the ego. And the ego is using us as an instrument, as a tool, as a weapon to hurt others and hurt ourselves. First it hurts others, and then after a while it hurts us. You have done something bad. You have to feel guilty. You are guilty now. And when the ego says that we are guilty, then we are guilty. If the whole world says you are guilty, but the ego doesn't say that you are guilty, if the ego says you are right, you are not guilty, then we do not feel that we are guilty. But if the whole world says you are right, you are not guilty, but if our own ego says no, 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 you are guilty, then we feel we are guilty. The whole world cannot help us. In this way, if we have this kind of agreement with the ego, conditions with the ego, contract with the ego, then the whole world cannot help us. And that's not all, my dear friends. When the ego says you are guilty, and if that's all, then it's okay. We feel guilty, and after a while we can do usual things. But the ego goes further, because says you are guilty. You have done something bad, something wrong. Therefore, I punish you. The ego says, I punish you. Not our parents, not the police, not the Supreme Court. They may punish us, but my dear friends, they have limit. Even the courts have limitations to punish others. And there is a list of punishments. Psychologically, they cannot punish you. Only physically. They can put you in a jail. And they can say no television, no food, what you like to eat, only you don't have choice, something like that. But not psychologically. But the ego can punish us psychologically and emotionally. The ego may say, you are wrong, you have done something bad, it's punishable, now I punish you. And we say, yes, sir, or yes, madam. Yes, please punish me. How stupid we are. How foolish we are. We can say no. Even to the Supreme Court, we can say no, don't punish us. I don't agree. But we cannot say these simple words to our own ego, in front of our own ego. We say, yes, sir. Yes, madam, please punish me. And what kind of punishments? Given by the ego. Ego says, don't sleep. And we say, yes, we don't sleep now. Don't eat. Yes, we don't eat. Don't be happy. Yes, we are not happy. So we totally agree. We are totally agreed with the punishments given by the ego when Dear friends, just don't believe me. Just reflect on your own experiences. Whenever you feel guilty, can you sleep? Can you sleep with the guilty feeling? Can you eat? Even if you eat, can you enjoy the taste? So ego says you are not allowed to enjoy any taste. It's a punishment. We say yes, yes, we do not enjoy any taste. So this is the way how we allow the ego to punish us. So this is the way how we create our own hell. Not after the death, even in this very life. This is the way how we create our own hell. Sleeping problems, sleeping disorders, no appetite. Food is not tasty. No beauty. No happiness. The whole world is very dark. And so this is really funny, stupid as well as really funny. So we create our own hell. And now we are in the hell created by us. And we are suffering now. Because we think we have done something sin. That's why we are in the hell. And we are justifying again. Oh yeah, I have done something wrong. That's why I can't sleep. It's okay. When I speak to those people, they justify. They are suffering. They think that they had to suffer. My dear friends, if you think that you have to suffer, then who can help you to overcome your suffering? So first ego was justifying what you have done. And now the ego is justifying your suffering, your punishment. And in both places, the ego is invisible. We think it's me. It's me. It's us. And the ego doesn't want to forgive. Usually, the forgiveness doesn't go with the ego. Usually. In some special occasions, yes. We can discuss about it later. But usually, the forgiveness does not go with the ego. The ego doesn't want to forgive. Even the ego doesn't want to ask for the forgiveness. We know this, how difficult to ask for the forgiveness. Maybe the person who got hurt because of us wants to forgive us. It is easier to forgive. But we even cannot ask for the forgiveness. The ego is not allowing us to beg for the forgiveness. No, no, no. Don't ask for the forgiveness. You have rights. You had rights to hurt them. So the ego wants to put us in the jail of guilty. For how long? For 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 years, sometimes for lifetimes. My dear friends, I met people who are suffering because of one single mistake. They are suffering for lifetime, even when they are dying. The ego comes and remember, oh, you have done something bad 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And what the ego tries to do is again making guilt, remorse feeling. So it doesn't allow us to sleep peacefully, live peacefully, and die peacefully. Asking forgiveness is something non-egoistic, egoless action. We have to be humble. We have to be grounded to say, please forgive me. Yes, I did something bad. I did something wrong. Consciously or unconsciously. Sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. But now we are conscious. Now we are aware. Therefore we know. But we cannot go to the past and change it. That's not possible. We cannot go to yesterday and erase what we have done and write something beautiful. If we can do, the world is different, but it is not possible. But by forgiving, by asking for the forgiveness, by being humble, we can change the present. Really, it is nothing to do with others. They may not allow you anymore. And they may even not ready to forgive us. It doesn't matter. For our own peace, for our own freedom, we can ask for their forgiveness, and at the same time, we can forgive ourselves. If the whole world forgive us, but if we cannot forgive ourselves, then it is nothing. My dear friends, please forgive yourself. Your heart is waiting, waiting, waiting and waiting to hear these simple and beautiful words from you. From yourself, not from your parents, not from your partners or ex-partners, or not from anyone else, only from you. I forgive myself. This is the password to unlock your prison, unlock your jail. But these words should come from the understanding. And the other part is that others disturbed us. We have many memories about this. Others disturbed us. Others mean everyone, even beloved one. Actually, they can hurt us more than anyone else. And then the ego says it's wrong. Now the ego is playing a role of the judge, supreme judge. Oh, he has done something bad, something wrong, something illegal, something unethical. Oh, see. And just reflect on this. What happens to you if the ego says that someone else is doing something bad, something wrong? The ego is doing two things at once. The first thing is put that person down and uplifting yourself. So we were equal. In the beginning, we all are equal. But when the ego says this person is doing something bad, something wrong, then it goes like this. So we come up. We look like this then. Oh. And we are happy. And somehow it's a very subtle happiness is there. The ego is happy. Ego is always looking for errors of others to make itself happy. The ego doesn't know any other kinds of happiness. This type of ego is always looking for others' faults and errors to make itself happy, to uplifting itself, to put it up by putting others down. Oh, you are right, they are wrong. Therefore, you have rights to being angry. If you are down, you don't have right to be angry. You have rights to be guilty. But when you are up now, yes, you have power to hate that person. And we say yes. Now we are angry. We are angry now. Because the ego says we have rights to be angry. My dear friends, this is the way it happens, even though we cannot observe step by step, because everything happens so fast, so mechanical, so automatical. But if you can slow down the procedure, the process, then this is the way it happens. Each time we say yes to the ego. If we don't say yes, then the ego cannot proceed further. The mechanism stops by itself if we do not give our okay to the ego. But unfortunately, we are not aware, we are not conscious, therefore always we give our okay to the ego. Yes, because of our yes, we open the door to the anger. Now we are angry. My dear friends, it doesn't happen by itself. We open the door to the anger. We invite to the anger. Please come. I need you now. Because of our invitation, it comes. Because of our invitation, the anger comes. That's why, my dear friends, we can overcome the anger. If we do not invite to the anger, then it doesn't come. But this invitation goes unconsciously, unmindfully, automatically. Automatically, we press the key, send, key, send. Then invitation sent. So whenever the anger received our invitation, then of course it comes immediately, within 1 second, because they are waiting. All these emotions are waiting around us. But they need our invitation to enter into ourselves. Without our invitation, no one can enter. So we don't have to fight with them. Really, meditation is not a fight with any emotion. It is a useless thing. We don't want to destroy them. The simple solution, what the meditation is giving us, is don't send any invitation to anyone unconsciously, unmindfully. Do not send. Always be mindful and be aware. Before you press the key of send, sending key. And meditation gives us that time. We think we don't have time because everything happens so fast. But no, we have time. If we are mindful, then we have time. Even the last moment, we can withdraw ourselves. We can withdraw ourselves from the ego. Anyhow, to summarize, to come to the end, ego uplifted ourselves. Now we are here, up, up, up. And the other person down, down, down. And the ego says, now you have rights to punish that person. And we want to punish. When we are angry, we always want to punish. It is very difficult to be in quiet while we are angry. Without harming anyone, it's not easy to stay with this state. At least we don't want to talk to that person. It's a punishment. You can say, I didn't say any single word. That's true. But that is the punishment. That is the way you punish to other person. And then the ego is happy. How much that person is suffering, that much ego is happy. But the ego itself cannot make itself happy without our help. So ego is using us. Anyhow, therefore ego is asking us to hold the hatred, hold the anger forever. The ego says, do not let go the anger, hatred. Don't let go. So ego is always reminding us, remembering us, and again recharging us, recharging our anger. So this can happen until we die. You may also know, I know by my personal experiences, some people are dying with the anger, hatred. But that hatred is not related to what happens in that moment, dying moment. Many years back, something happened only once in their life, but the ego is holding that memory for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and the last moment, the ego knows this is the last moment, and open that file. And these people are helpless. Therefore, my dear friends, without any conditions. We have to let go of the hatred. If we really want to make ourselves free, and if we want to experience the real happiness, not the egoistic happiness, the real happiness, we have to let go of the hatred by forgiving others. By forgiving others, it's a very beautiful technique. We don't say what you have done is right. No, we don't say what you have done is good. No, we know it's not good, but we want to let go of the hatred. We want to come out from this prison. Therefore, we forgive others. By forgiving, we can let go of the hatred. And when we try to do this, now ego comes. You can understand how subtle the ego is. So first the ego says, don't do this. Don't forgive. Don't forgive. Still you can punish that person because the damage that person have done is so huge, so big. You have suffered a lot. Therefore, still you can punish. But because of whatsoever reasons, because of your meditation or because of your religion or because of your psychology or whatever reason, if you want to forgive that person, and if the ego realizes it, no choice, this man or woman is going to forgive. Then the ego comes and the ego says, okay, yeah, we can forgive. We can forgive. But the other person has to ask for the forgiveness. The other one has to beg for our pardon. If they beg for our pardon, our forgiveness, then we can forgive. So you can see how subtle ego is. Again, ego comes. And again, ego wants to put ourselves up. Other person has to bow down and beg for our pardon, beg for our forgiveness. But that is not the real way to forgive. Without any condition, just forgive. That doesn't mean that you are allowing others to do same mistakes again and again and again. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. Don't mix up everything together. We do this to let go of our anger, to make ourselves free. That's all. That's it. And both we can do by remembering, not by forgetting. We think forgetting is the solution. No. By remembering, we can forgive. By forgiving, we can make ourselves free from both prisons, from the guilty conflict as well as from the hatred. And once again, you can smile. Thank you.